Alright, are we live? Looks like we're live. Alright. Greetings, Varlets. I am Interrogator Rosario Rivas, attaché to Milady Inquisitor Markham of the Order Hereticus, and welcome to Looking Cute and Painting Minis, coming at you live from the grim dark future, currently broadcasting from the hive world of Virago. The theme music for the stream is Cordial Lament and Hope by the venerable liturgist Adam Bell. We also have music from Warhammer 40k Mechanicus, which is composed by Guillaume David and the copyright of Bulwark Studios, and the music for Warhammer 40k Dark Tide, which is composed by Jesper Kid and the copyright of Fat Shark Games. All the music is provided to us by filmmusic.io and Bixby.com. Alright, so today we're continuing and hopefully finishing Vilitch the Curseling, aka Vilitch the Chaos Space Marine. For my Siege Chaos Space Marine kill team called the Maledictors. Yeah, we're almost done with this bad boy. It's been quite the long journey. I can't even think of how many streams we've done Vilitch so far. Let me see if I can actually look that up real quick. How many streams have I done? Right, scrolling through, I have been doing Vilitch for 12 sessions now. Woof! That's a lot. Alright, so let's get on it. Last week we were painting his plasma pistol. And we had just finished adding Fire Dragon Bright. So now today we'll be adding some Evil Sun Scarlet. And again with our trusty Marie Quintuple Zero. You must find some space in this wet palette. And we got 70 Rose coming in hot. Hey, 70 Rose, how you doing? And we got Region saying, hey ya, how you doing, Region? How you been? What you guys been up to? I'm doing good, 70 Rose. Just currently about to get started painting. I can't believe I've been painting Vilitch the Curseling now for 12 sessions. So that means 24 hours. At least almost 24 hours. Because this will be the 12th session. So if we go 2 hours for him today, which I don't think it should take us that long. I'm thinking it should take about an hour. So it might be almost a 24-hour model. But we're about to plop on the Evil Sun Scarlet. And Ragiel says, hey, he's looking great. Thank you, thank you. Really happy with how he's come out. Got a lot of paint on this. And Vise is saying he's looking fantastic. Thank you, thank you. And Teddy Rose says, well, the almost 24 hours are paying off because it looks incredible. Thank you, thank you. And Visa, how you doing? How you been? What you been up to? Come on. Looks like the paint's being stubborn today. But yeah, what's everybody been up to? Have a good week? Do anything fun? And we have Zine saying hi everyone. How you doing, Zine? Have a good week. What you been up to? And we have Region saying, crying about painting Angron, wondering why he has to be a knuckle dragger. Has to be a knuckle dragger position. Also, me and my brother picked up our first Age of Sigmar armies. Nice. He's had quite the interesting pose, and with all the details on him, I figure it would be pretty difficult to paint him. And what armies did you get for Age of Sigmar? For my Age of Sigmar, at least warband, because I don't plan to make any armies, at least not yet, of Age of Sigmar. But for my first warband, I got Caradron Overlords. And Z says, I've been good actually, but I'm a bit hungover, so I might not talk a lot. Oh well. Yeah, you just relax and drink plenty of liquids, okay? Hopefully it was a fun night. And 7-year-old says, went axe throwing this weekend for the first time. It was fun. Oh, nice. How'd you do? And the Region says he's in a bazillion sub-assemblies, so it's not that bad. Maybe, but I got Soulblight Great Lords, and my brother got Lumineth. Oh, nice. I like the slow blight gravelords. Yeah, they're pretty fun. I just wish they had more of the half vampire, half wolf faction. I always forget what they're called. The Vikros, I think it's called. Yeah, I wish they had more Vikros. I have a couple of their minis, and I do plan to paint those at some point. They are in my pile of shame. And Rayon says, I want to go axe throwing. That sounds fun. Yeah, it definitely sounds fun. I think I've done it maybe once, but it was more with like plastic axes. So I need to try it with the real thing. And Teddy Rose says, I got the hang of it pretty quick overall. Nice. And Rayon says the Varkheist. Is that the, what is that? What is the Varkheist? That sounds more like, I forget what they're called. Verthead says the bat-like creatures. Oh yeah, those are some of them. Is that what you got? The Varkheist for the vampire counts? And Region says no, but the Spearhead comes with 3 of them since they're all the same overall faction. Oh, okay, nice. Is that what we're gonna start painting? And Ragiel says, I just can't wait to paint skeletons in armor, especially since I can take a break from trim, and more trim. After you, there's a lot of trim on this guy that I've had to paint. Alright, I think we're done with that Evil Sun Scarlet. Now we're gonna move on to Worn Red. Alright, Corn Red. Corn Red, sorry. And Z's asking, actually, Rosario, is this the final episode of the Age of Sigmar Chaos Champion? Yes, it is. It's the last one. We are almost done. All we gotta do is, like I said, the plasma pistol, and that's it. Well, not just the plasma pistol. We also gotta do his base. I can't forget the base. As much as I'd like to forget the base, I cannot forget the base. FYI, I'm not a fan of doing bases. Find them so boring. Now, where is... Yep, my Rhinox hide. Bison says, I tried one time to do a texture / fancy base. Never again. It looked unmentionable. I kinda wanna know what you mean by unmentionable now. I always have a problem with this Rhinox hide. I think it's almost done. Bragout says, I love basing. Send him my way and I'll give him a nice Tzeentchian base. I might take you up on that. I am not quite feeling how that's looking. So we might go over it a little bit more. But those are all the layers. I might have to just rework some of the paint a little bit. Might have to go back to that aerial yellow. And here's one of the main reasons why I wear gloves. And Half-One Actor saying hello! How you doing, Half-One Actor? Long time no see, how you been? What you been up to? Alright, let's see here. Half-One Actor said, sorry I missed last streams, been busy a bit. I've been doing okay. Happily finally finished, the Red Brigade Gunner I showed you the other day. Oh, very nice. Yeah, I think I remember you showing it to me. Very cool. What's next on your agenda for your minis? Said, yeah, very happy how it came out. Yeah, it looked really good. I liked it. Okay, how can I make this look better? I am not quite satisfied with that just yet. Okay, let's put a little bit more of the Fire Dragon Bright. But yeah, have fun. Are you gonna continue working on your what's it called? Your Trace Crusade models? Oh, okay, here we go. Headphone says, I'm starting with my Malum Cat Kato. The blue is giving me issues for some reason. When I paint, it's giving me various shades of blue, so I ended up using my airbrush to base coat it with flat blue. Ah, okay. Well, hopefully it turns out good. Hate it when the paint is not quite hitting like you'd like. Right now that I had a little bit of a edge highlight on the model. See if that gives me more of that glow effect that I'm looking for. Sorry, I keep getting out of the camera here. Let's get some more of this Fire Dragon Bright. Zine says, oh right, Rosario, the book Caiaphas Cain that you recommended, I've been reading that like a maniac. Already finished 2/3 the book. Oh, nice. What are you thinking? I'm guessing because you said like a maniac means that you're really liking it. Which story have you liked so far? And he says, I like how much he gets girls. Do you mean the writer or Caiaphas, the character? And then Hefo says, yeah, I just need to touch up some spots I missed, and I'm scared if I use a brush, it might paint in different shades again, but we shall see. Well, maybe it might not be such a bad thing with the different shades on the brush itself. You might get some nice little variations, you know, as far as gradients. Make it look a little bit more, I guess, colorful. I guess I'd have to see what you mean or what you're struggling with there. And Zine says Caiaphas Cain of Riz is something else I gotta say. Oh, okay, so yeah, you were talking about Cain himself. Nice. Yeah, he's one of the few characters that I've seen in Warhammer who actually tries to woo the lady. Half what I just says, I mean, if it's armor, I'd rather have it on one tone, and yeah, I'll send you a vid in a sec, haha. Okay, well, I probably won't be able to see it for a while, so you'll have to bear with me there. Half one actor says, yeah, no worries, you go whenever you have time after stream. Okay, cool. Ooh, I think that did the trick. Ooh, and we just gotta follow. I can't quite read the name. It says Seno something. One second. Senora Riwa. Welcome. Thank you for the follow, Senora Riwa. Yeah, I think we're done. There's maybe a little bit more I could do. And Senor Rivas saying hi! Welcome, welcome, Senor Rivas! I am Rosario Rivas, attaché to Milady Inquisitor Markham of the Order Hereticus, and welcome to Looking Cute and Painted Minis. Right now, we're almost finished up with Vilitch the Curseling, who I kitbashed for my Siege Chaos Space Marine kill team. I kitbashed them using some pieces from the Thousand Sons Rubric Marines, and this plasma pistol and arm from the Tempestus Scion. How'd you come across my stream? Were you just browsing on Twitch, or have you found me through YouTube or through Instagram? I'm gonna do a little bit of edge highlighting on the pistol, because I realized that that black is looking a little dull. So let's go ahead and add some edge highlights to it. Just make it pop a little bit more. And with that, we should be done with the pistol. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Mechanica Standard Gray for that edge highlight. How I do that edge highlight makes the details of the plasma pistol itself stand out a little bit more, which is really good. That's what we want. Yes, Senor Riva says, "Wow, I'm actually forged from Insta. Seems like I had an old Twitch account I could reactivate. Oh, nice! Well, welcome, welcome! Glad you were able to stop by. How you been? Everything good?" And he says, "Bah, yes, hitting the pillow soon. Okay, nice." Well, thank you for swinging by even for a little while. Alright, I think with that, that's it. Yep, I'm gonna call it there. Here we have Vilitch the Curseling. All I have to do now is the base and we'll be done. Señora Riva, aka Forge, just giving little hearts. Thank you for the little hearts. Alright, so we can put our trusty Marie brush away. Now we're gonna need something a little bit thicker. They're not that thick. Now we'll go with size 3. Up. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, so we'll do a size 3 grabby. Ooh, what's this? Oh, you sent bits. Thank you for the bits. Alright, so for the base, we're gonna go with our trusty method of giving some ground effect to the base with our technical Strickland mud. It will be using, like I mentioned, size 3 grabby. Seven A Rose with the Space Marine saxophone. 7-8 rows with a big old grin. Yeah, can't go wrong with the saxophone Space Marine. Zine says that suit looks amazing no matter how many times I look at it. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I'm pretty happy with it. Alright, now just adding some little extra here and there to make the ground a little uneven. And there we have it. The first step. But now we gotta wait for it to dry. Unfortunately, technical paint takes a little longer than the other paints to dry up, especially because it's so thick with its consistency. So it'll take a little while to hard it. Go ahead and clean up the brush a bit. Now, while we wait, let's see if there's anything we can watch. Any new Warhammer stuff? Ooh, they just came out with a new video. So let's go ahead and bring up the and he says, watch that thing headphone actor sent you. Okay, let's watch that. I'll go to my Instagram first then. Oh, he hasn't sent it yet. Hey man, headphone is like, I haven't yet. Wait. Well, while we wait, we'll go ahead and pop in this latest in Warhammer video. Where's my Here we go.
Welcome to This Week in Warhammer. My name's Lewis and it's time to take a look at what's happening in your favourite hobby over the next 7 days. We travel to the world of legend this week with some formidable pre-order releases for Warhammer the Old World.
Ooh, the Old World. Let's see what they come up with. I know they recently released the cafe for the Old World. And those were actually very impressive. And these look like they're also dragon related, but I don't think they're cafe. We'll see.
Reinforcements arrive on the battlefield for the High Elf Realms with Dragon Princess of Caledor, Lothan Skycutter, Tyrannok Chariots.
Alright, hold up. He's going a little fast there.
Battlefield for the High Elf Realms with Dragon Princess of
Ooh, Dragon
Caledor,
Princess.
Lothan Skycutter.
Look at that guy. Okay, maybe I can stretch this out a little bit. Yeah, he looks pretty cool. I like the optional assembly there with the High Lord looking elf there.
Tyrannok Chariots.
Okay, so we got some basic chariots.
Mages, Spear.
Up, don't skip the mages so quickly. There we go. Ooh, I like the one on the left. The floating rocks and the scepter has a very old school vibe. I don't know if these are old models that they're bringing back, but they look pretty neat.
Spearmen and archers all available for pre-order. We've also got some
Ooh. I recognize the guy on the left. I remember seeing his model, but he's like all beat up. Like the model's all
fantastic
broken and
pre-order.
stuff. I mean, not broken. Not the model that is broken, but the armor on the model is broken.
Releases for Warhammer the Horus Heresy heading your way. Employ the murder-honed skills of the deadly Bloodcrow KD's neck.
Headphone just set it. We can put pause on this and let's see what Headphone's got for us. I can only watch it on the app. Oh, I'm sorry, Headphone. Can't watch it on the I guess website. Well, I guess I'll have to wait and see. Gets back to the video.
Next for your Raven Guard force, alongside the unmatched bloody-minded tenacity and survival instincts of the Shroudmaker Aster Kroner for your Blood Angels.
Ragion says that's kind of strange. I know, right? You would think it should play just fine on here.
You can also unleash the full might of the Mechanicum in your games of Legions Imperialis this week with the Acastus Knight Asterius,
Boo, Legion Imperialis sucks.
Cerastus Knight Atropos, Carachnus Assault Tank Squadron, Krios Squadron, and the Questoris Knights Magera and Styrix. But that's not all.
Ooh, look at that guy. On the left, I think it's for Necromunda. I really like that. Is that supposed to be like a rogue dock for Necromunda?
There's plenty coming for your games of Necromunda too. With Whisper Merchant and Psychoteric Thrall arriving, alongside Vandoth the Fallen.
Oh yeah, the quote-unquote Space Marine Necromunda.
The Prophet of the Redemption, Silberlant Sevos the Infotech.
Look at that guy, he's just like a chair. It's Professor X from X-Men. However, looking a lot worse for wear. And Ragion says, not gonna lie, even every other Horus Heresy model they revealed makes me 500% never play 30k games. Okay, why 500% that you'll never play 30k games? Well, those are some pretty cool models.
And Abyssal Ferryman.
Ooh, I like these two. Especially the Squat. AKA the League of Votann kin guy. But I think he's a Squat. I don't think he's Leagues of Votann. I mean, if he's a Necromunda, he can't be in league with the League.
Hagthor Jarlan and Aster Felstern. Immerse yourself in the worlds of Warhammer with this Black Library pre-order release. Lucius the Faultless Blade by Ian St. Martin will be available in audiobook format. On Warhammer TV this week, 4 contestants.
And Z says that dwarf look. Yeah, you can never go wrong with the dwarves. That's why Caradron Overlords are gonna be my warband for Warcry. I love the Caradron Overlords. And I actually want to take Caradron Overlords and put them in 40k somehow. So I do not like the Leagues of Votann design. I think the Leagues of Votann design is too lame. Too simplistic. Doesn't have any flair or artistry. I've been thinking about using some of the Caradron Overlord little flyer guys with the little metal orb as like their flying apparatus, and using those for Aquilons of the Tempestus Scions. And Rakiel says, what is Warcry? My local game store has like a bazillion boxes of them. And I always wonder, Warcry is Age of Sigmar's kill team. It started off primarily of like tribes of chaos wastelanders, all different tribes that follow different chaos gods. And then they eventually added more and more of the rest of the Age of Sigmar line. So now you can pretty much play any of the armies available in Age of Sigmar as part of your Warcry war band. That's why I got the Caradron Overlords. From what I've heard of other big fans of wargaming in general, a lot of people think that Warcry is a better game to play than Kill Team. Now, I haven't played both enough to know for sure. I've only played like one game of Warcry and one game of Kill Team. Well, maybe more like 2 games of Kill Team. So I don't know if I can compare them, but I hear that overall it's a better made gaming system. As Zine said, like Chaos Warband, yes. It's different Chaos Warband originally, but like I said, they eventually added all the other playable races from Age of Sigmar as bands you can have.
Go head-to-head in a battle of the brushes, as they answer questions to win prizes to help them paint a Mega Gargant head in Ultimate Paint-Off. We catch up with Warhammer Age of Sigmar rules writer James for a detailed chat about...
Alright, Headphone says, okay, I sent it again. I hope it works this time. Oh, yeah, looks like it'll work this time. Alright, can I...
Alright, so, as you can see, I went over with the airbrush. There are some spots that have chipped out, or I missed, like under the arms there, and the other arm as well.
That's a big boy there, headphone. Well, did you, like, print that guy, or what? And Region says, that kind of sounds like everything AOS, when it comes to sub-games. Like how people say Spearhead is better than Combat Patrol. Yeah, I guess they start with Warhammer 40k, and realize there's a lot of bugs they gotta work, and then they fix the bugs of Warhammer 40, or the gaming system of Warhammer 40k in Age of Sigmar. Because I've been hearing the same thing, that Spearhead is better than Combat Patrol. And, Regio says, he looks huge. And Biza says, that is Primarch scale. And Hefo says, yeah, I printed it on, 1/20th scale. And Z says, he looked chunky. And Hefo says, I want him as a display piece for a friend. Ah, I gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna keep, hitting play to see what else, Headphone has to say.
So I need to go over again with airbrush tomorrow. What I was saying is you can see here, there's a little blush of darker blue. That's one part I didn't cover with the airbrush. So it used to be all across the leg, and for some reason just blotchiness, like different shades of blue. So I'm afraid that if I try to cover those little parts I miss with the airbrush, with the brush, it's gonna mess it up and give me two shades. So I'm just gonna airbrush it all tomorrow to give it like a second light coat of paint. Alright, so
yeah, I think the paint that you use is a really light color. So if you're going for Ultramarine, he looks a little more like a Space Wolf with that coloring. And Regal says, throw him against the wall for accurate representation of being in a war thrust. And Regal says, what is that, rust gray or something similar? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It looks more like a dark or a more grayish blue.
The creation of the new Path to Glory format for the 4th edition rules in How We Roll. And Lawemasters uncovers what the Genestealer cults are, and how this nefarious tool of the Tyrannid hive mind's infestation develops. Whatever Warhammer hobby you're up to this week, head...
Go on, man, I can't wait for, my local Warhammer store to actually get Emperor's Children stuff. I've been dying to take the Emperor's Children and kitbash them. Because ever since I saw Pete the Wargamer, kitbash Emperor's Children into White Scars, I'm like, I want to do that. I want to do exactly that. But I want to kind of shave off a lot of the more chaosy bits and just make it look like just straight White Scar. Because I like how ornate they look, and I think it'll look amazing with the white, red, and sort of a copper/gold scheme. I'm really excited to play around with some Emperor's Children models. And Headphone says, yeah, but that's the closest I could get to ultramarine blue. It looks more blue in person. Haha, okay. It might be just being blown out by your lighting or something. Ragiel says, you didn't get the army box? Unfortunately, I missed it by the time I went to check to see, if I could buy it. They were all sold out. Yeah, Ragiel says, for EC, that is. Yeah, they were all sold out by the time I was like gonna try to get it. Yeah, because I didn't get inspired to do that until after I saw Pete the Wargamer's video. And then once I saw the video, I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be great. Let me see if they have the box. Oh wait, they're all sold out. Elijah says, I've been dealing with that too. Materials that go from blue to full-on gray depending on the lighting. But as long as it looks like more blue in real life, then that's what matters. Because obviously you want this for your friend as a showpiece. So, I wouldn't worry too much about your lighting.
Head to the Sunday preview article over on Warhammer Community to find out more about all of the upcoming releases. And make sure to keep up to date with all the latest news by following us on the Warhammer community website, as well as Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch. That's all for this week. We'll see you next time.
Alright, so that's the latest Warhammer video. Now let's check in on our model to see if the peat is dried. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take another brush here and see how it handles. And looks dry. Okay, cool. It's dry. So now we get to dry brush it. Hey, we're gonna dry brush it with Mornfang Brown. And we got Seabass saying, "Oh, that is looking so good. Amazing job as always." Hey, welcome, Seabass. How you doing? And Regio says, "Me can dry brush Screaming Skull." What Screaming Skull? Did I miss a Screaming Skull? I don't see a skull on here. Oh, you mean Vilitch himself? Oh, you mean the paint. And then you said, and glaze with a Tzeentch color to add the effects of Winds of Magic. Seabass says, hanging, been busy, but glad I didn't miss last week. Oh, hey, no worries. Thank you for coming. We should be done with the model pretty soon. And then once we're done with the model, we're gonna be doing a, what's it called? The drawing stream. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Bye-bye, bot. We don't take kindly to abominable intelligence around here. Alright, where's my dry brush? And, okay, Regio says, oh, mid-dry brush the base. Sorry. Hey, no worries. And I feel like because he's already very much, very colorful already, I don't think I need to, go kind of crazy with the base. Showing? I can't tell if it's showing. I think I might have taken off too much. Oh, man. Well, maybe that's not too bad. And Zeta's, oh no, the boots. Yeah, I'm trying to scrape off some of that before it messes up the boots. It's a problem with dry brushing. It's a lot of collateral damage. Ragyal says, someone please give me the strength to get back to finishing at least the torso of this guy. The tears are overwhelming. Angron, I mean. Come on, you can do it. We believe in you. See if I can use a slightly smaller brush here. Fortunately, I don't have a lot in the way of right brushes. And then Z said, you finishing it mean that you're more mature than Angron. Yeah, for sure. You don't want to be like Angron. You want to be like the Khan. Jugadai Khan. Be swift and efficient. I got this sort of really messed up Citadel starter brush. Hopefully that'll do the trick here. Yeah, like I said, I really messed it up on purpose, trying to get a bit more of a dry brush going, but a smaller one. Alright, I think that'll be it for the Morn Fan Brown. And we're gonna add some Agrath Earthshade into the base so we can get some variation. Zing says, some would say that is a hair instead of a brush. Yeah. It's definitely pretty messed up. Yeah, I'm gonna just dunk my dry brush on the little water cup I have there. And let's get our size 3 grabby back here. We're gonna go with Agrath Earthshade. Liza says, I'm used to that being the phrase to end the stream and had to check the clock as soon as you said it, lol. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, we're getting a little bit of variation there. So next up, I will use Steel Eating Drab. We'll try to use that smaller brush that I got, the Citadel Starter Brush. Hopefully we won't cake on too much paint. There we go. All right, and I think with that, we are officially done. But don't worry, we have still plenty of surprises in store for you today. But we're not done with the stream, we're just done with Vilitch. And thanks Z for the other bits. Alright, yes, let's take a look at our handiwork. Almost 24 hours, nearly 23 hours worth of work. And let me just clean up the base there a little bit. Clean up the edge and yeah. Then we'll move on to the next phase. We're gonna put those brushes. Yes, we have. We are done with Vilitch the Curseling, the leader of my Tzeentch Chaos Space Marine Warband. Okay, so I'm just gonna clean this up right here real quick, and then we'll move on to the next step. Are there any more paint? Now we have that clean rim. I'm gonna put him to the side. Clean up the brush. And it's time to move on to the next phase of our stream. You varlets asked for it, you've gotten it. You're gonna watch me struggle with drawing for the next hour. Zane says, yay! And 7A Rose says, ooh, pretty rim. Thank you, thank you. Go ahead, clean that up after getting some of that brown on there. As Region says, lies, I want you to play the saxophone. And 7A Rose says, woohoo! Yeah, I don't know how to play the saxophone. But yes, in order to actually get started, so I might need to move some stuff around, so we're gonna take a slight break here. I'm just gonna put it up. I am not going anywhere. I just gotta set up my, I guess my setup here in order to be ready for drawing. But let's take one last look at Vilitch the Curseling. Completed. He looks amazing. And 7A Rose says, I can play the saxophone. Oh, nice. We're gonna have to hear 7A Rose play the sax then. Zine says, milestone, boys. And Visa says he really does. Headphone says, nice job. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. And thank you for bearing with me for these last 24 hours or 12 streams. That's like, that's a lot of streams. That's like 4 months? No, 3 months. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and just pops on the Be Right Back, I guess Be Right Back little, there it is, the head card. And I will start fixing these stuff here. So hold on for a little bit. And Rayel says, that's a lot. Yes, yes, it is a lot. And Z says, I mean, we are Rosario Serval Skull. Yeah, I have a Serval Chan pretty much be your voice. Hold on 1 second. I am gonna start moving stuff around. So be right back. Okay, I am back. For no reason, this is not showing. There we go. All right. So, this is the plan. I'm gonna make sure that I can draw here. By the way, the program I'm using is called Krita. I actually need to move some stuff around so I can still see you guys. I'm gonna have to do some fixing here. Alright. Señori was saying yay or yeah. Gale. Try to channel my inner Jason Momoa. Now where is Krita? There it is. Sony Rose is asking, what are you drawing for us this evening? Well, there's a little bit of a hit on the upper right corner. And on the upper left corner, you'll see it says Death World Agent. My here female red bandana shades her eyes, long black hair, chitin chest plate, and pauldron, hakama pants, and feet wraps. And, Senor Rivas laughs, and then Z says, are you using a pad? Yes, I am. So, with all that said, the hints there mean that I will be drawing a Death World Agent, another member of my cast. You have already all met the lovely Livia Marcom, my lady of the Order Hereticus. And now I will be trying to draw, trying be the operative word. I'm very nervous right now, honestly. I'll be trying to draw the other member of the warband. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Why does it keep doing that? Here we go. So, the Death World veteran agent, what he is, he's a member of the Inquisitorial Agents kill team. I am actually another one of the members of the Inquisitorial kill team that I plan to put together. I am the interrogator. That's why I keep calling myself Rosario Rivas Interrogator. So, he is going to be, or in this case she, because we're making a woman of the planet Mahir. Now, the interesting thing about the planet Mahir is that on this planet, there's a lot of big bugs. Kitbash just redeemed the wear combat uniform. I am technically wearing my combat uniform right now. Do you mean for me to wear a different uniform? And Ragiel says, don't worry, we believe in you and will only criticize everything you do not pressure. And will only criticize everything you do. Gonna read that again. And will only criticize everything you do not pressure. I think I know what you mean. It's a little confusing the way you worded it, but I think I know what you mean, Ragion. And Siva says, yeah, lol, it was 50-50. Yeah, well, hey, no worries. That's what I'm here for. And there we go. And Zine says Rosario has gone to a different war zone and life-threatening situation, yet nervous about drawing. I am very critical about myself as far as drawing. I'm already like pretty comfortable with combat, not comfortable drawing. Correct. Let's make sure that we have the colors we need. Cool. Let's get started. Maybe use a different brush here. Get better. Senor Riwa says you got this. Thank you very much for the confidence. Or the vote of confidence, should I say. Where am I? I'm over here. And she says, wait, who draw Lady Markham? Lady Markham was drawn by two different artists. I commissioned this one artist called Ono Justina over on Instagram to help me with the design of Lady Markham. And he's the one who made the version of her which is just standing. And the drawing, which is both me and Lady Markham, was drawn by... why am I drawing a blank on his name? Oh, a artist on Instagram called Norio. Those were the artists who brought you Lady Markham. I'm trying to figure out the pose right now. She says, don't worry, no pressure. Looks intensely at drawing. Yeah, no, I'm very nervous. Okay, I think I'm kind of getting the pose a little bit. This brush is a little hard to see. That's why I'm struggling to find where I am some of the time. Okay, I think I kind of have the pose here. Oh, here. Sony Rose asked me, are you ready to breed? Thanks for the reminder. I'm like holding my breath. I had Zine with 100 bits. Thank you very much for the bits. Zine says, a little thanks for Rosario for keeping up the work. Thank you. I am hating myself right now. Pressure looking down on me, looking down on you. That's song. Sony Rosa, stop hating yourself. One of the best ways to grow is by going out of your comfort zone. It's awesome that you're doing that. Thank you. And Sony Rose says, also, I miss who you were drawing. Can you say it again? I am drawing a Death Guard veteran, which is this gentleman right here. In the Warhammer 40k tabletop game, this is what the Death Guard veteran looks like. But again, I have an idea of making my own kill team, but I want to make sure that I fill in all the roles of that position. So I have him here as a reference, but I'm creating my own version of the Death War veteran. And the Death War veteran that I'm making is from a planet called Mahir. And this up here is sort of the idea right now of what it's gonna look like, or what I'm hoping will look like by the time I'm done. I don't think we'll be able to finish it today, but no worries, we will continue painting and drawing next week. So I will not leave you hanging. You will see me finish this Mahir female character. Okay, we're at my old move here. Right now it's just looking a little funky. I think the anatomy's off. And D3 damage coming in. It's saying, Inyo, we drawing. Nice. Thank you. Yeah. We're doing a bit of a drawing stream right now. I will be drawing this one to completion. So even though we only have about 13 minutes left on the stream for today, I will not leave you guys hanging. I will continue to draw her, no matter how much I hate myself for it. So you will see me struggling with this drawing for the next who knows how many streams. Hopefully not that many, but we will see. Now, how you been, D3 damage? Radion says, as long as we're all suffering together. Thanks. And D3 damage says, I'm doing good. Well, happy to hear it. What you been up to? D3 damage says, I'm animating. I would share, but it's too spicy. For Twitch anyways. Oh, totally understandable, don't worry. And the headphone actor says, me back. I want to cook some stuff. Ooh, drawing. Nice. Hopefully whatever you're cooking is delicious. Yeah, we'll be drawing for the next few streams until I finish making this Mahir, the Death World Veteran Agent. Just a little bit of background information for those that come from, or should I say hail from, the planet Mahir. As soon as I can. Sure, get buttons here. So one key aspect that I really like about the people who inhabit this planet where is it? No, it is really slowing down my stuff here. Just close some of these tabs. Yeah, here we go. The world's few surviving humans are descended from who fled the imperial colonies to establish food outposts as the world's civilization collapses. These hardy folk know little of technology and only have the most rudimentary of diet of language skills. Much of their technology consists of weapons and tools crafted from the shells of the world's countless insect analogs. So they use armor and weaponry that is insectoid in nature. Alright, so back to drawing. Headphone actor says, oh, it's a death world. I'm sorry, a feral world. Interesting. Yeah, it falls under both categories, feral and a death world. Oh, and before that you said it's good, but I did get burnt. Huh, ouch. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. looks like the foot should be a little bit higher up. Let's see if I can get this right. And then Zine says, "Oh, right, what's the story on how you meet this Death Guard veteran?" It's not a Death Guard veteran, it's a Death World veteran. And I'm still trying to figure that one out. Right now, I'm in the character design phase. Oh yes, for sure. Zine asks, was it a mission with Lady Marcombe? Yes, it is a mission with Lady Marcombe. That is for sure. I will be, little by little, accruing all the members of the warband. I believe she's actually going to be one of the first ones that we'll be meeting. Do not like how this head looks. So just like the Death World veteran that we have up here on the right, I plan for her to be wielding a halberd and a knife. I am really struggling with this head. Move on. We'll move on. And Painty Pate says, good evening. Did you make it a Mechanicum head? No, I didn't. This is going to be a Death World veteran that I'm trying to draw here. So, not a mechanic. So, yeah, that's the plan. But we are officially out of time. So we were only able to get as far as some basic shapes down. Still trying to really nail the anatomy. I'm having a hard time with the head. But hopefully next week we will get this a little bit better done. But yeah, as of now, we are complete with Vilitch the Curseling. So I will actually be deciding what miniature I'll be painting next. But again, we won't start the miniature until we're done with this drawing. So we will have our Mahir Death World veteran agent, and we will have it hopefully, if not next week, then the week after. But we're doing straight draw streams, I guess, until we're done. That is my challenge to myself. Alright, so hold on. For a reason, there we go. Now it's populating. And he says no! Well, next week. And then Sony Rose says, have a great night. Thank you. But before you go, if you like what I do and would like to support, please consider subscribing to my Twitch channel or donating to my Ko-Fi at Rosario Rivas Art. Or if you miss an episode, please feel free to check out my YouTube channel, which is also called at Rosario Rivas Art. And if you'd like to see my my work all the minis that I painted so far, you can check out my Instagram, which is also at Rosario Rivas Art. And before we go, we will actually be picking who we raid. So let's see here. Raid. Following. And there's a few people that I know are streaming. See if we can raid Aurelia. Lately I have been able to raid her for a while. Let's see if we can raid her. Nope. Unfortunately can't raid her. So it won't be Aurelia. Maybe we can... Hey, this guy is... A7 Zelica is... He looks like he's painting pretty cool looking Grey Knight. So let's go ahead and raid him. Alright. We got it going. So we're raiding A7 Zelica. And he is currently painting a really awesome looking Grey Knight. So, yeah. Thank you again, everybody who showed up to the stream. It was a pleasure hanging out with you guys. And Visa says good night. Thanks for the stream. Hey, my pleasure. And yeah. So I look forward to see you guys next week. So I have been Rosario Rivas at Tzeentchian Marines of the Order Hereticus, and this has been Looking Cute Painting Minis. So I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye, varlets. Bye.
Yeah, it's just preference, mate.